And we're back reporting from North Reddington Beach about all the magic we can do for buyers and help them find the house they can ready move in, don't have to do anything to it, even though it may not be in the best condition as we see it, but the best condition it can be when you move in. So, we find too many times we go shopping for a house with a buyer, we find the right house in the right budget, and the house needs upgrading, and then you walk away because it is just not quite there. You can find another house next door, a few doors down, that may just be in the perfect condition, cost a little bit more. So we want to be able to go find a house that we like, bring it to the right condition, and the buyer can move in on time, on budget. So how do we make that happen, Biljana?
I have the magic wand.
Okay, tell me about it.
So we all know right now with the market, it's a little bit tricky with the buyers. The buyers right now, they are kind of waiting for the market to do something. They're waiting for the affordability to improve.
Yeah, they have the grand idea that everything is on their side. They can negotiate and push the price down, and the sellers are thinking the opposite. They think it's still 2020 and the house is worth a lot more. And in between those two mindsets, the market seems to be stretching out and takes longer until finally things happen.
We are the staring contest.
Yes.
So it is.
So it's our magic to bring them together and make things happen, and here is how.
Correct. So technically it's a buyer's market, but how Bernie said, sellers think still it's 2021. And just imagine a tug of war.
Yep.
And we have a buyers in one side and the seller in one side, and sometimes they pull so strong that things
never
breaks,
comes together. Yep.
And everybody falls on their behinds and nobody wins.
Yep.
Everybody's bruised. So the buyers don't have their house and the sellers don't sell their house. So it's the worst thing. So let's.
Okay, so I have a buyer and we walk into a house and the house needs lipstick. Okay, it is just not there. Other than that, the buyer loves it. How do we get the buyer to still take that house to closing and be happy with it?
First of all, we need to work with the buyer before you show him the first house.
Right.
This is very important. 90% of the buyers, they want to fall in love with a house and buy a house they love. Remember when we talk about the sellers, we prepare their homes to look pretty so they sell quick for the most.
Right.
Who is going to buy?
Right.
The buyer. So right now we flip the script and we understand how we can get buyers to take advantage of the inventory of sellers that didn't work with you.
Yeah, and also we have those buyers that are always deal-oriented. They want to go find, show me a deal. Well, how do we find a deal? If there are all these deals out there, everybody will be snapping them up. So yes, we can find deals, absolutely. But then you find it, it's in shambles. Now the trick is to figure out how much does that cost, money-wise, time-wise, to bring it back into a meaningful condition to meet all the bank standards so you can actually use a loan to close. And then there are others that go shopping, buyers that is, go shopping and see a house they fell in love with. It's just not there quite yet, and they don't know how to bring it all the way up to standard. So we need to bring it up to standard. So there are different people, different buyers shopping for different things, but ultimately there is time, investment, and knowledge to upgrade the house to either live in it or have it as an investment. Even as an investment, you want to make sure you understand the numbers. And some people, buyers that is, they are not able to figure out what these numbers are as easily as an experienced general contractor.
So again, we go to our favorite tool, Maximate.
Right.
That it was created based on the real numbers in our market.
Right.
And the only things buyers need to individuate along with you as their buyer's agent to individuate the what they need in the house: size, location, and price point. Once you have that, you are good finding real deals. And the idea is look from the homes that they do not look pretty.
Right.
And we are going to hunt not pretty homes.
Right. Or that have been sitting on the market for a while.
We usually, those that are sitting on the market for a while, is because they are not pretty.
Yeah. Or the price is not right for the condition.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. But it means that they still need something to get to move in. So they are
Possibly,
not pretty.
yes. Yes.
So we individuate, first of all, we individuate those homes. Once you individuate these homes, you're going to show to the buyers, and the buyer says, okay, this house meets the most of my criteria as a size, lot size, location, because we cannot do anything about a busy street. We cannot do anything about other aspects, okay? So we individuate the house, and we submit to our system to run a Maximate report. So once we run the Maximate report, the buyers will be informed how much really the value of the house in that condition it is, what is the maximum value of that house with minimum improvement and the cost of those improvements. This way, they are going to buy a house that will have equity from the day one.
And again, there has to be money spent to improve all that. Can the buyer work with any lender, or how does the financing work?
We are, as a general contractors, we are approved by a certain lenders, and those lenders, so when the buyers uses our program, if they need to move in quickly, then the best way should be to go with the lenders that we are already approved.
Right, because you essentially have a construction loan involved.
Correct.
In the meantime, while you do your thing, and then the construction loan has to go seamlessly over into the conventional loan or whatever loan you're using. So that's why
Correct.
It's important to stay with one and the same lender to make that transition happen.
Correct. So the biggest fear, there are few fears for the buyers. Why they don't buy? Because with so much inventory on the homes that they are not pretty, we should have a lot of people buying those homes and snatching the deals. This doesn't happen for many reasons. The few reason of this is the buyers are afraid of how much it costs to do it. They have no idea. They have no idea. See the Maximate. They don't know how would look because maybe they are not interior designers. Maybe they never did this. Maybe they heard horror stories of contractors that they moved in and never leave the house. They said they are there for 3 weeks, and 3 months later, it's at the dinner table with them.
It's still a construction zone, yeah.
Exactly. They say it will cost $10,000, and in the end, they end up paying $20,000. And also the renovation loan, they have a name that it takes too long to close.
Right.
So this is,
you have a time limit on those.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is the reason I say, like, working with the lenders that approved our company, it's much faster because we'll be closing like a normal, traditional, conventional loan.
And so once your Maximate proposal is accepted by the buyer, then you can make it happen within 10 days?
Yes. So once they get approved to buy the house, the lender approves this. We have that 30 days to work together to make the house exactly how they want it.
Yeah, so you would use the inspection period to do all your digging and all your investigating.
And not only, we are here in our design center where we have floors, kitchen, countertop, accessories, everything. So the buyers, we sit down here with the buyers and the buyers will literally pick items and see how their house will look like when they move in and how much it costs because
Right,
we'll
but
not change.
you would start that work at closing, right after closing?
No, we start between those 30 days. Before they close, we have everything ready. The day they close, we have the crews in the property.
Okay, and what happens if, let's say, something happens in the process and the deal falls through, and you have actually made changes? Now what happens?
No, we don't make any change. We just work on the paper. So we use these 30 days to put a project, like, you know, like they say the seamstress
Okay.
measure 3 times
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cut
yeah, yeah.
once the same thing. We want to make sure everything is clear before we start. We don't start moving stuff while they are under contract. We start addressing the work the moment they are there. It's their house.
Okay. So in other words, your physical work does not stop until closing.
No,
Because
but we
you have a contract with the buyer, and the buyer can't do any work in a house that belongs to somebody else.
it would not be wise.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so from closing until you're finished, you say within 10 days, right?
If it's just literally just flooring, light fixture, painting,
Yeah.
like a cosmetic. If they need to remodel kitchen and bathroom, again, we do all the work up front.
Right.
Usually we'll need 30 days for them to move in. And when we need to redo kitchen and bathrooms.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty decent. A lot of people need that time anyway to move in.
Right. Okay. Sounds like a good program to have.
I think will help a lot of buyers to move from the sidelines, meet their American dream to own a house.
One that's ready to move into.
Exactly, and they like it and they can afford it because a lot of time the buyers keep looking around because they don't find something they love at the price they can afford.
Right.
And we literally switch that. We make the house to be loved at the price they can afford.
Right.
And this is, I think, is priceless.
Okay. Well, let's go figure it out for you, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, and find you the home you love and want to stay for a long time.